don't know enough about lighting to make this video not shit. This video is brought to you by Faxanadu. Faxanadu. Pull your finger out of your ass. Of course, it's probably not pronounced Fax. Of course, it's probably not. Alright. That's not good for your knees. Of course, it's probably not pronounced Faxanadu. It's Japanese. It's probably Faxanadu or something. This is the most awkward level I've ever had a camera at. Ever. Up with this I shall not put. I'm walking around like an old man. Can't we do something about this? I mean, if I'm back over here, this is what we're talking about today. So maybe me being over here is better. But can you hear me all the way over there? This video was like a 2-second idea that turned into a whole thing where I have to do stuff, you know? I was supposed to be practicing my guitar right now. Well, it reminds me, that's my new guitar, this one here. That face is because it slips slightly. Where I picked it up, I picked it up by 2 fingers. Nice, don't do that ever. But I've been practicing. This one is, you might have heard of it. I've been practicing quite hard on this. It's called Flight of the Bumblebees. Hand cramp. Oh, hand cramp. Oh, no, I can't show you. Oh. Just joking, I can't play that. No one who owns a cheat sheet can play that. So I have this neighbour who's been throwing out stuff recently, and like a bizarre vulture, I've been interested. I don't know what it is. They have a limitless amount of stuff that just appears outside their house. Now, where I used to live was just the magic road. It was amazing. Anything you didn't want, put it outside, 1 minute later, it's gone. And I don't normally partake, because it's, you know, it's like you see a TV and you go, oh, look, it's a TV. Take it home, your house sets on fire. But it all started with this one, which I thought was reasonable. I was like, look at that. It's a box of things. Amazing. It's like an accordion, didn't it? But in my grand journey of coin collecting, I figured this would be quite handy, because I put the coins, once I've got enough coins, they go into like plastic sheets that hold them all in order and stuff like that. And if I don't have enough of one particular country's coin to necessitate its own ring binder, go in there, inside the accordion of doom. But you can see that this was, once upon a time, this was used to organise all sorts of things. You've got art. Yeah, that's where you put your art. I believe that actually says Weinstein's. So that's, you know, that's where you keep your incriminating documents of Harvey Weinstein. Make sure he doesn't get away with anything else. Utilities, telephone, crossed out, self-employed. Instead of the phone, he just sort of thought, well, the phone does a lot of things. It's all self-employment. Taxes, rent, mortgage, receipts and instructions. Receipts and instructions. Oh, they're one of those couples. You know, one of my bosses, back when I was working for the government, one of my bosses told me that she spent the entire weekend looking for the instruction booklet of a toaster so that she could return it. Of a toaster. I was a manager and she was a manager's manager. She wants to return a toaster. It's madness. You notice I'm rotating on a chair. Even I've got one leg on it. I'm not even sitting on it. That was the best compromise. I think it's worked out quite well. At the beginning of this video, I was like, how do I go on? This is how. This is how. So in this case, I think they're of the similar ilk. Buy the toaster, put the toaster instructions and the receipt for the toaster in there. So if you are that grubby, don't need to worry about it. You just take toaster right back. They'll be happy to serve you. Prescriptions. Prescriptions. I did that twice in a row. Prescriptions. There we go. Personal has been crossed out. And pay slips has been written by it. That must have something to do with self-employment. Now, instead of licenses, they've crossed that out and put mum. So I'm guessing mum sorts out a lot for them. Insurance, health benefits, which they've crossed out and they've written memorabilia, something to remind them by, because they never got health benefits. Financing, I think they had a stroke when they crossed out financing, because they've written something that is illegible. Whippy. Whippy. Education? Dental? Medical? God, if you uses this could actually be quite useful for something other than coins, couldn't it? Or, as it originally was, correspondence. That's a little ironic. Bills, bank account, automobile car. That's just been crossed out. No need for any of that. They didn't write anything in its place. They just automobile car. No, this section goes to nothing. But for free, for the G, for me, that's great. You know, it really does boost my trust in accepting strange packages from complete strangers. Now we move on to the pièce de la résistance. You might be wondering what this mysterious block of wood is. You hear that? It's hollow, like my soul. It's hollow like a D minor. That's an E minor, you silly dickhead. Oh no. Now, I gotta admit, when I saw this, I was not sold on it. But it's one of those situations where the person who had put it outside had seen me looking at it. It's really difficult to decline when you kind of like half had a conversation about it. When I went over to it and they're like, oh, it's in good condition, it's made from IKEA, it's in very good condition, and the shelves are on the inside. I'm like, oh is it, oh well, see you then. I can't do that. I can't just like about turn and leave after I've had a conversation with this person. So I was like, oh, is it really? Is it really? That's quite heavy. All right. Oh, yeah, sure, why not? I'll burn it later. And that, my own elegant spinelessness, is how I got this object of doom into my home. Oh God, I'm exhausted. I didn't expect to do so much movement tonight. Oh, I was going to play a bit of guitar, go to bed, and then I had no idea for a video. Now, here I am. It's like I'm trapped. I can't get out. No. I'm going to control the sweat somehow. That's not good enough. Motorhead won't do it. Iron Maiden. Sabaton, that looks quite absorbent. Sabaton. But it's a strange item. And it does appear to be a cabinet. You probably guessed that already. Well, I mentioned the shelves a couple of moments ago. But doesn't open that way. I don't know why. Call me that wayist, if you want. I looked at it and I went, well, it obviously opens that way. It doesn't. It opens the other way. Now, I'm left-handed, allegedly, but I find that difficult. Only joking, Chief. I put that in there myself. It's just my crazy joke for you. You and me, we share. We laugh. I move you a little bit closer, my friend. There we go. Yeah, we've got the hills up there. So obviously, it goes into the wall. My flat is like wall-to-wall plasterboard. So bollocks part one. We've got these like glass shelves go on the notches. So that's kind of cool, but what I don't get, right, is what the fuck is this thing made for? I've tried everything. I've googled IKEA useless cabinet. Nothing turned up. Because usually when a cabinet has glass shelves, the door to the cabinet is glass. So, because it's not designed to hold anything too heavy. It's like an ornament thing, you know? But if these are glass, what's supposed to go in there? That's supposed to be light enough to be on glass shelves, but you don't want to be seen by the general public. It is. Quite possibly. Adding to the fact that I can't, put it up on the wall because, plasterboard and everything. The most useless cabinet I've ever cut. It's mysterious and useless. Like a vague old man who speaks in riddles that can't be solved. Like, the people go, oh, he's such a genius. There's so much meaning behind his words. But no, he's just a fucking idiot. When people try and interpret really simple poems, like raps, like when you hear the inane jabberings of a complete malcontent, but like all these like rap, you know, people who've been in the game and they like this rapper, they like make sense of his maniacal ramblings. That is this in cabinet form. It's nothing. It is shit that opens and has glass shelves and you can't see through the door. Can't see so what goes on the you can't but fuck this thing. I don't even want to hear. But this person lives down the road from me. What if I throw it out? And they see that I've thrown it out. Maybe it's like Jumanji. You know what I mean? Well, okay, we went from one thing to the other there. Did you notice? Maybe it is like Jumanji. Maybe like they obtained it from like a similar sort of way. Like they're in a I don't know, Peruvian temple, and they're just hear, and they're like, oh, what is that? And they go into the temple, and there's just a man with his arms folded, and they go, oh, what an interesting looking cabinet, and he's like, yes, it is from IKEA and everything, it is in perfectly good shape, and they're like, oh, is it? And they're too sort of nervous to decline him, just like I was. Just like I was. And so they take it home with them to England. And then they feel that same sort of like, why am I even alive feeling just like I do? And then they leave it outside and I'm leaving my house. And then I go over, have the awkward conversation. I gotta leave it outside. Maybe that's what I gotta do. Maybe that's what I gotta do. You, my friend, are an enigma. And you can suck my digma.